The following phone call is initially between Sheldon Skip Villanueva and a female associate named Peggy. In previous calls before this one, Peggy tells Skip that she's been having problems with her daughter's boyfriend due to him bringing traffic to the house, him being disrespectful to Peggy and Peggy's granddaughter Destiny. She also tells Skip that he's also telling people that Skip and the other former NF leadership don't have any authority in California, that they are no longer leadership, and that they are not to be acknowledged or involved in any of California's street activities. Peggy's daughter Coco, her boyfriend Saragosa Capone Sanchez, and Coco's daughter Destiny all live with Peggy and have been living there for several months. Capone was mentioned in one of the other phone calls that was just recently posted during a conversation between Coco and Corny. In that call, Capone's identified as being an NR member, Nuestra Raza, and is subsequently indicted and sentenced to 223 years in prison. Because of all the things Peggy has been telling Skip about Capone, Skip has Peggy arranged for Capone to be there at the house at a certain time so that when he calls, Skip can speak directly to Capone. This is the phone call you are about to hear. In this call, Peggy brings the phone into Coco's room where Capone's also at and directs her to hand him the phone so Capone can listen to what Skip has to say. For the most part, Skip has tried to be a neutral presence amongst some of the bickering and fighting that has been taking place between Peggy, Coco, and Capone, and this is something he obviously doesn't want Peggy to know. Peggy just wants Skip to just lay straight into Capone and take her side by admonishing him, but Skip goes to great lengths to make sure he's not on the speaker so as to ensure that Peggy doesn't hear the specifics or the details of the conversation. Skip covers a number of issues with Capone and tries to make him understand the importance of finding harmony with Peggy, that Skip's focus is the federal prison system, that Skip isn't taking sides, that their two worlds are now intertwined, and that Destiny is just a little girl who requires patience. At no point during the conversation does Capone speak even one word. He just sits there and listens to what Skip has to say. This is because he knows Skip is hot, and he fears that he could possibly get caught up if he's identified as being someone who talks to him. As was revealed in one of the previous conversations between Corny and Coco, Capone ends up getting indicted and stretched out later anyway. But it's just comical that Capone won't even utter one word to address some of the things that Skip covers with him. One of the main contentions of focus that Skip shows a lot of concern with is Coco's daughter Destiny, who Skip claims as his own granddaughter. Skip obviously has a lot of affection for Destiny and doesn't like the fact that Peggy accused Capone of mistreating her or acting like a bully towards her. Paradigm Media News will be releasing hundreds more of these same types of phone calls and visits that include Pinky, Corny, Tibbs, and Skip. These calls and visits are with different people, and they not only give you guys a first-hand look into how these NF leaders communicate, but also how they have continued to conduct their business affairs and utilize specific people to acquire the financial assistance needed in order to carry out their agenda.
Well, you have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from an inmate at a federal prison. Hang up to decline the call or to accept, dial 5 now. If you wish to block any people...
Hey, get your ass up, man. Rise and shine, go cook me some fucking eggs, man. I'm hungry as fuck. Hey, you know what I want? I want some big ass fucking French toast from IHOP. No, fuck that. Get up, you then go to IHOP.
What can you say?
Fuck cooking. IHOP, man. Big old fucking, they got that big old fat French toast, you know? Hey, they gave me the phone early.
So, you can find it.
Huh?
What time is it?
It's about 11 o'clock your time. About 11:15 your time. It's 1:15 over here.
You want me to put it on speaker or just give it?
Just give it. I mean, that'll be cool, right?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, do know what to her. Huh? Yeah. What about I think to her off of this stuff how she don't do it? Huh? What is it? Well, here's what. What? I didn't too long her. What? She's good. What else? What'd you say? Oh, no. Hey, let me know when you're gonna get it to me. Yeah. We're not gonna be on no speaker, right? Mm-hmm. Huh? No, you're not on the speaker. Huh? No, you're not on the speaker. Okay, where? I said don't mind it to the first year to see it for phone. How she's all good and everything good. What? She's gonna talk or what? No, she didn't. Huh? No, she didn't. Why are you saying, say that she's all good? Because she plays it. Yeah. But, where's she at? Here. Huh? Let me know when she's... Huh? Give her the phone and give it right back. Let me know when she's got it. Yeah. Yeah. Huh? Hello? Hello? Go ahead, okay? Okay, hey, Nicole. Nicole. Hey, Nicole. Nicole. Yeah. Hey, are you there? Hey, Nicole. Yeah. Okay, look, are you there? Nicole. Hey, can you hear me? Yeah. Huh? Yeah. You can hear me? But look, I'm not on no speakerphone, right? Huh? Yes. I am? No. I'm not on the speakerphone. Okay, let me holler. Okay, I take it you got. Okay, I take it you got the phone right now. Okay, so check this out. Basically, I just wanted to holler at you. You know, me and you on some personal matters, right? And my main concern is that you hear directly from me because this is just a one-time thing, right? And I don't want to send you nothing secondhand so it doesn't get, altered in any way. And this way you hear from me direct and you basically know where I'm coming from. Everything on the table, everything above board, no secrets, no bullshit. Okay? Like I said, it's just going to take a minute. And this is about, our personal matters. Because our personal matters now,
Call from a federal prison.
our personal matters intertwine now. Like I was saying, a while back when I wrote you, I told you that I wasn't going to be supportive of anything until I seen it with my own two eyes that you were looking out for what's best for the girls. And you've done that, right? I believe that in your heart that you're trying your best to do what's best for the girls. And I'm supportive of that because that's what I want too. Okay, as far as all the negativity, the big green, and everything that takes place there, I want you to understand my position. My position is that I do not, engage in that behavior, right? I don't take sides, and I don't, I get involved in all the negativity, the big green, the fighting, and the animosity that has gone on there with the girls, But I do understand, and I want you to understand how I see it, and maybe you may begin to see it in the same way. Okay, a lot of it has to do with Peggy dying, right? She's getting ready to die. She knows that she doesn't know when, but she knows it's coming. apologize too, because her mom's going, right? And I believe Nicole, in a way, said goodbye to Peggy a while back. And I think it's going to be easier for her to be gone, you know what I mean? If she's bickering at the time or what have you. Okay, but whatever it is, I mean, there's a lot more to that bullshit, right? But whatever it is, you know, as a man, you know, I stand back and I don't engage, I don't take sides, right? So I want you to understand my position on that, and also I want Nicole to know, because you and her are a team. I want her to understand that I love her and I love the baby equally, you know, and I got love for Peg too, but I'm not involved in any of that. So hopefully my name hasn't been used in improper ways. Okay. Now, the other thing that I kind of wanted to sound off with you on is about the future, right? What's going on ahead. I understand that you guys may be moving on and starting your own little plan, and hopefully that works out. I want nothing good, nothing but good for you guys. Okay. I want to discuss basically destiny, right? As we know, as men, look, we must be supportive of one another. I mean, we both want the same things, right? Which is what's best for them. And I want what's best for you too. You know, I want you to grow and develop and learn and be effective, you know, as you get older, right? And as far as being a guider for destiny, right? She's 7 years old, you know what I mean? We know that. She's smart, right? But she's also, you know, she can be a smart aleck, right? And all the other things that go along with being a smart little 7-year-old. But we always have to remember that she's 7 years old. My primary thing with her, of course, is her education. Her personality, her behavior, all that stuff will play itself out and work itself out in the end. But her educational tools are what's going to be necessary for her to have a good life. And so for the long haul, what I really, really hope that you do is that you climb on board with is getting her educated, encouraging her to grow, develop, to learn, encouraging her that learning is a positive thing, and continuing that course, to continue hammering that through to her. Now, I know that you two, you and Destiny have gone off on some negative directions too. I really don't know everything that has gone on. I mean, from up to 2,000 miles away, I got 15 minutes here and there, right? That's all I got. That's all I know. So it's not fair for me to jump in there and think all kinds of bullshit, right? I must be realistic and knowing that there's more than what meets the eye. But what I really, really hope that you do as a young man is that you somehow find a way to turn your relationship with Destiny in a more positive direction. One way that I suggest that you do that so that she understands that me and you are on the same page is that hopefully that what you can do is basically when you're ready, pull her aside and let her know that, look, me and your grandpa talked, man, and me and your grandpa want the same thing. And what that is that we want what's best for you as a little girl to grow. And you could kind of take the high road and let her know that, look, I've made some mistakes, man. I apologize for those because I've never been a father before, you know, but I'm going to try and I'm going to do my best, you know, and I'm going to earn your respect, you know, and kind of try to turn that relationship into a more respectful direction. And it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. There's going to be a lot of lumps and bumps in the road, but who better to deal with stumbling stones than us? We know stumbling stones, right? And that is a different field, but it's still a stumbling stone, and we must overcome it. And we do that by giving thought to it and clarifying it and healing the relationship, right? And it's going to take time, but I believe that you can do it and get on a more positive, respectful level with her so that way you can be effective with her. And you can be effective in guiding her, as the man, right? And I just want her to know that me and you have spoken, and that me and you want the same thing, which is what's best for her. Okay? So that's really all I can get into at this time on that and the family and the girls. And I just want you to know that I want what's best, and I'm supportive of you as long as you live up to your word. You know what I mean? As long as you don't make a fool out of Nicole, and you don't use her, abuse her, fuck her around. That's not our style. As far as me up here in this bitch, okay, my whole focus is just system, the whole nation, the country. That's where my focus and my energy is. But on a personal level, on a small level, the girls, that's all I got in a personal life. I don't have any other personal life. So it is important to me, and hopefully you respect it, and hopefully you will both be supportive of one another, and you can develop and grow a good family, As far as, as far as your 9 to 5, well, I commend you, It's clear, I don't know, because I don't get into it. It's not my spot, Because my spot is here, my spot ain't there, but just, we're in this together, Regardless of who, what, where, at the end of the day, we're in this motherfucker together, right? And so, I encourage you to continue the job well done with your 9 to 5, Be a man of your word, Never fucking fake like them bitches, Like them fucking scumbag, power son of a bitches that roll over, man. Never be counted amongst that. If you need me, I'm here. Okay, for any advice, any suggestions. But again, I can't meddle. That's not my spot. I won't cause confusion. My primas will be heading out, they'll speak with you, whatever, but ain't gonna be no animosity shit. Again, to be positive, because we're all in this together. Okay, there's gonna be a few things that need to be ironed out, and you may cross paths with them. If you do, it'll be positive. Okay? The second defector, they're gonna be ending this call. Okay? I end with my respect and my embraces. Let's earn that respect. Okay? I wish you well. Okay? Don't never waver. Okay? My best to everybody. Hey, and that assistance, I need that assistance. So hopefully you can see that through.